So what do you call yourself? Welcome to the LaTangela Show. Hey.
Hey, what can I do for you this fine day?
This is your destiny. Hot, hot, hot.
Right now.
Welcome to the LaTangela Show.
Kick it.
Come on in and enjoy yourself.
Right now.
We gon' party like no one else. Welcome to the LaTangela Show.
What? I like my cup. Oh, you ready? Hey, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Well, good. Hey, what's up? It's your girl LaTangela, and thank you so much for taking time out of your schedule to hang out with me for another episode of the LaTangela Show, where we'll chit about this, chat about that, some random research, as I am the queen of random research. Did you feel that dramatic pause? The queen of random research. The inside scoop, did you know, news brief, and I read some things and I gotta tell some things, and I always want you to chime in on the hotline. Twitter alert at LaTangela Faye, and of course all of my links are posted at LaTangela.com. Now over the week a lot has been going on, a lot. Speedy recovery going out to our girl, the rapper Megan Thee Stallion. Now I'm sitting here looking through some of the headlines, but it hit social media first. And if it hits social media first, it's got to be legit. And the story is going to get told like 20,000 different ways before you start getting some truth. Well, following reports of the rapper Tory Lanez being arrested for carrying a concealed weapon last weekend, the rapper Megan Thee Stallion, she was reportedly with him and maybe a couple of other people here and there going to some parties and just having a good time. Megan, along with another unidentified woman, were reportedly traveling along with your boy Tory Lanez in his SUV, and shots rang out. When they initially took her to the hospital, they said it was because her foot was cut from glass and yada yada. Later on, it turned out to be a bullet wounds. Listen, here it is. 2 weeks ago, we were worried to see if Hot Girl Summer had been canceled. That should have been our only concern. We don't want it to be a Shot Girl Summer. That's not what we're aiming at. Tory, it may be too soon, but I will tell you this. We're going to have to find us another dude, because this one right here, this ain't going to work. This is not the lifestyle that we're trying to lead. I am not trying to have to watch my back every time I dip it low. It's just too much. It's too much. So we're wishing her a speedy recovery. And of course, as things unfold with that, we'll be the first to let you know. So how has your week been? Busy enough? Staying safe enough? Still wearing those masks, as it is mandated here now in our state? What is it looking like in your area? These COVID cases are running up, and it's the countdown to if the kids are going back to school or not, if they're going to do remote learning or not. And I kind of want to hear from you. I need to know, parents, guardians, are you excited to get the kids back on the schoolyard, or are you just having second thoughts? Of course, on the Twitter alert coming up at LaTangela Faye, got the inside scoop from my girl Nessa. She's chiming in from Houma, Louisiana. She said that she is exploring the option of distance learning for her 3rd and 5th graders. I feel that. All right, Nessa, thank you so much for chatting with us. Phyllis out in Florida said that her daughter is a social butterfly, and it may kill her to continue this isolation, but she's more afraid of COVID killing her if she isn't cautious during this pandemic. And it's really hard for her to explain to her daughter the importance of being socially distant. Well, John, he's chiming in from Zachary, said that his son was looking forward to playing sports for his junior year, and now they're having a really hard time as of what to make of this. A lot of decisions are up in the air, and we're still waiting to hear what is the best option. Of course, I want you to weigh in, but not only on the show, but really tap in to the best solution for you and your family. The best meaning that their health, even if we have to readjust in our schedules, might be conflicting here and there, but safety first, right? Right. Well, last week, NBA and ESPN and all of the other social media networks, they were swirling because Rockets, Russell Westbrook and James Harden, they actually told Complex and ESPN that the players had tested positive of COVID-19. We're wishing them a speedy recovery, but wow, how is this new norm going to affect your day-to-day? We were just talking about for the schools and the students, but even going back to work or going back to those functions, going to those games, going to those rehearsals, going to those practices, going grocery shopping. It's just everything from now until. Where do you get back to where you were 7 months ago, 8 months ago? Is it even possible? I don't know. Well, things have been looking up with the mandate of the mask, but questions that need answers. Are we taking the mandate seriously, being that it came so late? I want to hear from you. Twitter alert at LaTangela Faye. Are we taking the mandate of wearing the face coverings in our state seriously, being that the mandate came so late? Here it is. A lot of people are weighing in saying if it wasn't important last month, why is it so important this month? Exactly what do you mean when you say community spread? Yeah, we still have so many different questions that need answers. Well, if you're looking for a way out, and I mean like a way away from home, maybe making Barbados your new home, well, I have something for you. Barbados is offering the ultimate field trip for 12 months. They're offering you a visa if you want to work remotely for a year. Yeah, you want to stay in Barbados? They'll pay for it. They'll pay you to come on out there. They'll give you a working visa, but you have to be willing to come on out, especially during this time. They say that their tourism is down and they're looking to bring people. Now listen, I've always heard about Barbados and I heard that it's really nice. It's beautiful, especially this time of year. Well, now they're offering a working visa, asking me to stay for at least 12 months. 12 months? Paid? Would you be willing to go? I mean, you know, you're always looking to do something different. This is different. Maybe you and the family want to bounce, at least until the U.S. finally get things under control. Here's one very interesting option. You know, they're also hoping to attract some workers who will help offset their economic losses that they're suffering from during the drop in tourism. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'd have to think that one out. Okay, I got something for you. Did you know that the town of Englewood, Colorado is threatening people with up to a year in jail if they're not wearing a mask in public? Jail time. Okay, Colorado, I see you. You ain't playing for real. Okay, did you know that 7 out of 10 Americans think grocery shopping will change forever because of the pandemic? With a lot more people using grocery delivery services, even after this is all over. Hi, I'm LaTangela, and I am now addicted to ordering my groceries at Walmart and backing my vehicle in, and they say you have arrived. Like, listen. Now things have become so more convenient, and it's just like, who knew? Who knew? They're thinking that it could change forever. Well, also, did you know that the town of Teneo, Washington has printed its own currency to help its economy during the pandemic? Yeah, they got super creative. Anyone in the town who's lost out on the income recently gets $300 worth of the bills. And with that $300 worth of the bills, they're actually going to spend it at local businesses each month. And then the local business can take the money to City Hall for US dollars. That's how they're pouring back into their areas and their community. And I think it's a plan. Who knew? Okay, here's one. Did you know that Senator Jeff Merkley, he's a Democrat from Oregon, he's introducing a bill to ban airlines from selling middle seats during the pandemic. Now, this came after he recently flew on American and was horrified by how they had people packed into this plane. He said, I can't social distance this way. What are you doing? Okay, now this one might hit you a little differently. Did you know that Chick-fil-A has indefinitely postponed its annual Cow Appreciation Day? First of all, I didn't know there was such a thing. Chick-fil-A has Cow Appreciation Day. It's an annual event, which is a day in early July when they give away free food. Oh wait, now you're talking, because something about the word free motivates me. And what do you mean? You've postponed this now. Due to the pandemic and also Starbucks, they will now require everyone to wear a mask in their stores at all time. At all time. Okay, I can feel that. Yeah, you know, trying to inch our way closer to healthier days. Now, you know, my friends over at AARP, you've seen all of their infomercials. Late nights, they have some of the best discounts whenever you arrive to the age, and they say, listen, we're going to take great care of you. Well, right now, they're giving us some great tips because that's just what they do. My friends over at AARP has 5 tips for wearing your face mask this summer. It's hot, but COVID-19 doesn't seem to care much about this heat, right? Well, here are some of the tips to make sure that we're wearing our face mask correctly. If you're worried about wearing a face mask in the summer heat, yeah, we are. Choose the right fabric. A lighter, breathable material like cotton. It will keep your face cooler than a mask made from a synthetic material. I feel that. Time your trips to beat the heat. That makes sense. So if you plan on making one of those essential runs, or if you have to have one of those long days, make sure that you're planning your day to beat the heat. Avoid going out during the hottest parts of the day if you can. And if you have to be outside, they say don't forget to take that ice pack or a damp cloth on your neck to help cool you off. Okay, AARP, I'm feeling you. Oh, wait. They say skip the makeup. All right, so am I the only one that's now only focusing on eyes? And I just got some really good lipsticks, and it doesn't matter because you can't see them. I'm wearing my mask, so you know, just do the powder and your eyeshadow, mascara, or just skip it all together. Put on a good suntan lotion. Make sure that you got some good proof, and go. Roll with it. Go with your move. But that does make sense. According to one dermatologist that they interviewed, just using a moisturizer or sunscreen under your mask is best. Probably because it's feeling like a sauna. Keep it dry. If your mask gets damp due to breathing and sweating, it can get less effective and the filtering of the particles become really iffy. So yeah. And last but definitely not least, bring a spare. All right. I'm not going to spend much time on this. I said it last week, and I really mean it this time. Last week, we reported that Kanye West decided he wanted to run for president. Okay, this week, we're reading the reports that he has denounced his presidency campaign. All right, that was quick and short-lived. Maybe, just maybe, he wanted to see how you felt about it. In America, you did not come to his aid. You did not say, run, Kanye, run. You just let it alone. And when you let it go, he let it go too. See, that's what I say about half of the other ignorance that we entertain. If you quit entertaining it, maybe, just maybe, it'll go away. Have you ever thought of it that way? If you quit entertaining half of the ignorance that just sparks, it'll go away. See that? Yeah, that'll be our to-do this week. Just quit entertaining half of the ignorance that we entertain and see if it goes away. Hey look, I had to dig deep. Survey time with my friends over at GrubHub. Now, GrubHub reports that the pull-up has been real. The pandemic, it doesn't allow us to go out and eat as much as we would like to or we're used to, but we're still finding ways to get our food, finding ways to get our grub on. And according to GrubHub, this has been the fastest rising delivery food pandemic has ever seen. Now, they just released some of the info on some of the fastest rising delivery foods for the first half of the year. Like, they understand certain stores, certain franchises, they have more runs than others. But what's on the menu? So for the taste of Tange, GrubHub has got us covered. Because this isn't really breaking news. It's almost like an aha moment. Oh yeah, I did order that type moment. Some of the top things for comfort food that we've been ordering: spicy chicken sandwiches. It topped the list. You know, they said that they're up 299% this year. The spicy chicken! Don't forget to order your rollades with that. Plant-based burgers, they're up 291%. Now, turkey burgers, I probably ordered a couple of those, but plant-based burgers, like if I'm gonna order the burger, the plant-based, if it's the only option, probably, but it's up 291%. Vanilla milkshakes are up 273%. I can almost guarantee you I know which franchise they did not get that from. The ice cream machine ain't working, so you know they ain't getting from there. Shade. Okay, also iced lattes making the list. Iced lattes up 261%. Chili up 228% according to GrubHub. Cinnamon rolls are up 205%. Now, who ordering cinnamon rolls only from GrubHub? I know you got a sweet tooth, but that's what we doing. Okay. All right, let me see who else. Beef burritos up 181%. Potato tacos up 169%. Okay, I might just be a little ignorant to the fact, but this is my first time ever hearing of potato tacos. Now I gotta ask, what is a potato taco? Have you ever had one? Where did you get it from? What did you have on your potato taco? Please, somebody hit me up. Twitter alert, at LaTangela Faye. Fill me in. Don't leave me out here in these streets not knowing what a potato taco is. Like, I don't want to be somewhere and, you know, I want to order what y'all got? A potato taco. Like, let me be on the fancy side of the menu too. I want to know. They say that also up on the list with GrubHub is purple taro milk tea. 168%. It's up. Okay, GrubHub, I'm with you on that. Hey, whatever works. Pizza didn't make the list. It didn't make the top 10. I was a little curious, like, why would pizza not make the list? And I don't recall seeing wings either. But, okay. Now, according to my friends over at SWNS, they had to dig deep for me on this because, you know, a lot of the parents are home with the kids now. And you're also thinking about the upcoming 2020-2021 school year. And it gets hard. You know, the kids are around there asking a lot of questions. And it's not just when they start talking. They have a lot of questions all the time. Mom, dad, hey, mama, papa. Everybody got a question for you. And sometimes it gets a little difficult for you to find the right answers. So I had to ask SWNS, what are some of the most difficult questions for parents to answer? Well, if you got kids, you probably had to fill out some of these questions, and a recent study actually looked at the most common tough to answer questions that little kids ask their parents. Now, some of the top questions, drum roll, are you ready? Bing! Where do babies come from? Say the kids say that's one of their top ranked most difficult questions for parents. So, what's the deal with Santa Claus? Questions that need answers. Do things like ghosts, mermaids, and unicorns really exist? Some of these questions aren't so tough, so I need to know who did they survey. Is the tooth fairy real? And what did she do with all those teeth? See, now when I was asking questions about the tooth fairy, it was more like, why I gotta give up change for this 20 that they left under my pillow? Like, even though it was the last 20 my mom had, she didn't have any cash on her. And then she tried to sweet talk and finesse me out of that 20. The tooth fairy left that for me. The tooth fairy left that for me. You can't have this back, mom. I'll let you hold something. But the tooth fairy left that for me. Hey, got to be more careful. Okay, you know what? Some of these questions really are not that difficult. Why is the sky blue? 'Cause it is. 'Cause it is. Where do the clouds come from? The sky. Hey, look, when them kids start asking you too many questions, tell them, look, get out of here. Go in there and read. Read you a book. I got a good recommendation for you. Poof. Power Over Obstacles Forever by yours truly, LaTangela Sherman. It's available right now on Amazon, and of course you can find it on my website at LaTangela.com. I really want you to check it out. It's kid friendly, and it's also mom, dad, mama, papa, stocking stuffer, and advance ready as well. It's talking about all of those obstacles and understanding that we do have the power over those obstacles forever. We're going through some very challenging times right now, and you know, it's just a time for us to reflect and to build and to get over this hurdle as we grow through this, and we're doing it together. So let's find those answers, and of course I would love for you to check it out. As a matter of fact, I got the hookup for somebody. If you slide in my DMs right now, I got you covered. Just hit me up, hashtag Tea Time with Tan. Hashtag Tea Time with Tan. You do that, the first 4 people to do that, I will hit you up and get a copy of my book, Poof, Power Over Obstacles Forever, to you. How about it? Now, speaking of going in there and read something, I read some random news and I gotta tell it to somebody, so I might as well tell it to you, right? Okay, now we're gonna take us a quick field trip on out to Germany. I don't really like talking about other people and their issues, and I usually let it go. But when it comes across the screen, to just reach out and say, hey, read this out loud. The class needs to hear it. Okay, Germany decided to hold a protest. Not all of Germany, but just a group of prostitutes in Germany. Let's just, Saturday, they were demanding that the brothels be allowed to open. They say, wait a second now. I need these legal brothels to be allowed to reopen. Shops, bars, and restaurants are all reopened in Germany, but the legal brothels are still closed. And the prostitutes say, we've had enough. We've had enough, and I need you to reopen too. So, yeah, there was a prostitute protest to reopen the legal brothels in Germany. Yeah. Probably held up some traffic and caught some extra attention. Whether or not they reopened, I'm not sure, but I read that and I had to tell it to somebody. Also, about 1 in 6 lawmakers in Mississippi have now tested positive for coronavirus after they kept meeting for weeks without masks to make a political statement. We wish them a speedy recovery. I tell you this, sometimes I read the headline news and I'm like, y'all lying on these people, right? This can't be real. Or you got to be more careful. Also, read it, had to tell it. If you're having trouble finding some of your favorite sodas, maybe they're not in stock all the time. It's not because they're selling out, it's because they're running short. There's a huge shortage on aluminum cans. Did you know that? I did not know that. I thought that I couldn't find my little Crush drink. I couldn't find my little Fanta drinks. I couldn't find, you know what I mean? I thought that it was just sold out. People were over here buying it out of the pantry. No, there's a shortage in aluminum foil cans. Okay, so Disney, they're back, but they're not in full effect, right? Okay, so check this out. Disney World won't sell you a ride photo if you're in the photo without your mask. That's their way of saying we're going to take these safety precautions because we want you to be safe while you're at this theme park. We want you to practice social distancing. We also want you to wear your mask. But if you're not going to cooperate, we're not going to sell you this photo of yourself on the ride if you're not photographed wearing the mask. You know, sometimes your folks make the headline news for all the wrong reasons. And McDonald's, listen, I love them. They undoubtedly have some of the best fries ever. I'm willing to bet money on that. Some people are willing to bet jail time on that. Taking a quick field trip on out to see some of your folks making headline news for all the wrong reasons. A man bites a seagull for trying to steal his McDonald's French fries. I don't have time to make this stuff up. I'm not smart enough to make this stuff up. A 26-year-old guy out in Plymouth, England, he was sitting outside last week when a seagull tried to take some of his fries, as seagulls usually do. He wasn't feeling it. He said, look here, bird, go on now. This is my food and I do not want to share. And he doesn't have to share if he don't want to. But somehow they caught footage of this man fighting with the birds, getting the bird, biting the bird, and injuring the bird. So now he could be facing up to 6 months in prison for injuring a wild bird. And he should for not sharing. Shame on you. Shame on you. The bird flew away, and that's up to a $9,000 fine too. That's an expensive fry, my friend. That's an expensive fry. Hey, look, I love you. There's absolutely nothing you can do about it, but I gotta get up and get out of here. But I want to leave you with some more words. Like, sometimes I get these melodies, music, lyrics, and it hits me, right? So this is a part of my musical journal, and I hope you love it as much as I do. Hit me up on the Twitter alert at LaTangela Faye, and of course you can always find me. All of my links are at LaTangela.com. All right, I'll talk to you in a little bit. Good night.
Mic check, mic check. Mic check, mic check. Yep. Hey. Da, 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 da. I like to call this some of that feel-good music. Rock with me. The sunrise, and I looked into your eyes. Now I feel what I never felt. What a surprise. What a surprise. I searched high and I searched low, 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 low. Been trying to find some peace of mind and a little love. But I never would have thought, turn around and here you go. It's you, all that I've been looking for. Peace of love and so much more. Poof. You've been there all along, and I never knew it. But now I do. 3, 2, 1, countdown. Next 30 seconds dedicated to you. Gotta take this time to say what I'm feeling, boo. You have been the missing link to me. Now I can see it all so clear for me. Right by my side from day one. How could I be searching for another one?